What's up, everybody? So, as you can see, I have a ps2 that I just picked up, and I gave the guy 4 stars. I took it apart and cleaned it, and it came with one third-party Pelican controller, which actually isn't terrible, and one that's missing the thumb pad. Now that isn't why I gave him 4 stars, because that was mentioned. What wasn't mentioned is this cable here, which originally came with it. As you can see, that's non-polarized, which is indicated by the fact that it's 2 circles. Now this guy apparently failed miserably as a child when learning shapes, because if you look at the back of the PS2, it's a square in a circle. So what I had to do was buy this cable. So I'm going to hook it up, and I already know it turns on, but I'm going to show you that it actually works. Okay, so I just turned off the camera, and what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and flip this switch on the back and turn it on. And we're going to take our remote, and we're going to press input, and move that over to component 1. Now these aren't OEM, it's actually the best cheap cables I could find. They cost me $13. They're actually decent quality cables. The only problem is component's supposed to be red, green, and blue. I can actually show you. So as you can see, it's red, green, and blue, but these ones also come with composite. So it's a splice of composite and component, which is a serious issue that will be resolved when I buy OEM cables. I don't know why third-party manufacturers can't make decent cables, and why I'm glad all newer consoles come with HDMI, because this is a pain in my ass. Let's go ahead and open that. Okay. While we're here, we'll go into that, and as you can see, it is the 39,001. This was the best model made for the PS2, and the most reliable. Now I only have one game for it, and that is Twisted Metal, which is that one right there, so we're going to go ahead and put that in. Okay, now we're just going to close the tray. It's a little noisy system, but not that big a deal. The fact that I had to spend an additional $7 on a power supply is kind of a deal, but that's why I took a star off. I knew what I was getting when I bought it. The only thing he didn't specify was that he gave me the wrong cable, or was using it the wrong cable. I don't know which one's worse, the fact that he was using it with the wrong cable, or the fact that he gave me the wrong cable. 780 by 480i resolution, which is a weird resolution. So as you can see, for component, it's not as good as it should be, but that's because the composite is spliced into the component for some fucking reason. A little bit of Rolling Stones painted black there. Nice. As you can see, it works fine. So we're going to go ahead and shut this off now. So go ahead and hit reset and take the game out. And that is my PS2. I will have more games in the future. As you might have noticed, I got rid of the Fire TV stick that I paid $30 for and switched back to my broken Roku. They seem to have fixed a lot of the problems, so I'm going to just put up with it for now. As far as my GameCube goes, I actually did buy an S-Video cable, but that's not here yet. It's coming from Japan, and I also got Metroid Prime for it, so that's pretty much that. So I have two 6th generation, I think. Yeah, I think it's the 6th gen consoles. I have a GameCube and a PS2. I also ordered memory cards for the PS2 from this company, HDE. Hang on, let me see if I can't get that zoomed in. Unfortunately for the PS2, HDE doesn't make 128 megabytes. The highest they make individually is 64. So I had to buy 2 of those because that's all they sell them is packs 2. So over and all, this is a great system, and it works fine. And yeah, I got a PS2 now. So, but what's great about the PS2 is the games are cheaper than the GameCube. This Twisted Metal Black only cost me $10 brand new. It was still sealed and everything, so. But to put it in perspective, which one's the better console? It's actually difficult, because technically this is capable of higher resolutions than the GameCube. But the games never use that higher resolution except for Gran Turismo, which I'm not interested in buying whatsoever. So unfortunately, GameCube won in my opinion. In terms of resolution for games, because most of the games only played in 480. As far as pricing, nowadays it's 2018 right now. This, you can get games cheaper for this than this. To put it in perspective, Soul Calibur 2 costs like $35 for the PS2. It's $120, $115, $120 for the GameCube. Again, same game, 2 different consoles, 2 wildly different prices, more expensive to buy on the GameCube. I will be buying it for both though, and the reason for that is the GameCube version of Soul Calibur 2 had Link. The PS2 had, I forget who the guy's name is from Tekken. So, that's that. And, yeah, that's my PS2 working fine. I did take it apart and clean it, and clean the lens with Windex. And, it works. And, that's pretty much it. Not much else to say other than it works, and I'm happy with it. But, that's pretty much it, and I'm going to end this video now before I start ranting about game consoles and shit.